mindfulness for the not too woo woo, but every once in a while you gotta get a little woo woo. And no better place to get woo woo than when talking about spirit guides and angels. And all of these things are brand new to me and they confuse me. And we are talking to tarot card reader and intuit and one of my favorite people, India Lay, today. She's gonna help bring it down from a woo woo level to, more of our non woo ish level. You talk a lot about spirit guides, and it's a place right now where I'm sort of stuck. So, first, what is your definition of a spirit guide?
Okay. So the first and most important spirit guide is your own higher self. So your own higher self is your soul, your spirit being. And I always get this image of, we're here in our physical selves and there is this connecting energy of this cord just going straight up and connecting to this whole entire network up there of all the other higher selves, of all the people on the other side. And all of that plugs into the grand powerhouse of the divine. So if you think of it like that, you can picture us all kind of connected to these wires that are our spirit energy selves. And then what's connected to those wires, sort of if we were going behind a wall, that's where all the wires are connected to each other. That's, all those spirit guides, whether it's someone who's crossed over, whether it's an angel presence, regardless of what kind of spirit presence it is, it's all connected to that. And your higher self's right over there, connected to and partying with all of that. And then all of that is coming together in this grand consciousness. So that's when people say we're all one, we're all connected. That's what that means. We all have access to that consciousness that is the oneness. And then we are all expressions of that. Spirit's giving me an image right now where it's like, it's like picture if your hair, if a piece of your hair was having a conversation with your toenail.
Okay.
So when your hair was saying to your toenail, we're all connected to this one body that is like this person. And like I'm a hair and you're a toenail. And that's how spirit's showing it to me right now. So it's like we're all offshoots of that consciousness. And we're all simultaneously, if we're living here in a physical body, and also connected sort of over there.
And what is over there?
Okay. So over there is anything beyond the realm of what you can see, hear, feel, taste, touch. But over there can mean there's a spirit who's hanging out right here, and I'm just not perceiving them at this moment.
I'm willing to embrace the inner self and the higher knowing. Like there are answers that just come through me that I'm willing to accept as like, oh, we all are built with this inner knowing and this inner knowledge. And we've all been sort of indoctrinated and brainwashed into it. But when we push that aside, we can tap into that knowledge.
Right.
But my question for you is, so there's the inner knowledge, and is that separate from a spirit guide? Are those two different things?
They are completely the same thing. And what I'm going to say now really challenges our minds because our minds get very caught up in narratives and characters. I mean, that's just what we love stories and we love to know who's who and all that. That is entirely for us. Just like when we say that spirit doesn't need language, spirit doesn't need English or any other language, spirit just needs energy. So like when you're praying and you're using words, those words are for you. Spirit's got the energy already of what you're saying. So you could pray without words and it'd be just as effective as long as your energy was as focused. Same concept with individual spirit guides or angels or anything else. Yes, it is about that consciousness, that one energy that we're tapping into in whatever way we do. That's why religious boundaries don't matter. That's why it truly doesn't matter if you're a Buddhist or Hindu or Christian, you're all tapping into the same thing. That's why spirit's starting to access, or we're starting to access spirit more directly, all of us, rather than having to go through a religious vehicle anymore. That's why we're all shifting in that direction because it is all one. But we as people, like the characters, we connect better with the characters and spirit knows that. So for example, someone like me who just enjoys working with angels, spirit's going to show them itself to me as angels. it's for someone like you who says, you know what, I just really don't resonate with that. Spirit's going to show itself to you through your own higher self more. But you, and I'm getting chills when I say this, which is like spirit going, yeah, people need to hear this. Keep talking. Is like you are accessing spirit in just a valid way, as valid a way as some expert of the spirit guides is. It's just that your mind is coming in and going, wait, they're at a level I'm not at, or they're seeing something I'm not seeing. But the truth is what you just said, it's all the same. What you're going to do now is you say, okay, I have a really strong connection with my higher self. I know I can perceive things. I know I'm getting intuitive messages. I'm just getting it this way and not that way. All right. Next, you say, you're going to just start talking to them, whoever it is that. So if you're like, you know what, I would like to hear from angels. I feel like I can't, but I would like to. The first thing is to just start talking to them as if this is another example of, as if. So law of attraction, you're going to attract what you believe. So you just start saying, hey, angels, I don't perceive you. I don't even know if I believe you're there, but I would like to connect with you if you are. Will you please show me that you're with me? I'm open now. When you do that, you're going to start getting the signs. You're going to start coming upon a feather or whatever, and you're going to go, wait a minute. This is awfully, And sometimes it will happen that you're connecting with a spirit guide and you don't even realize that's what's happening. This happened to me. I have not been one who's been able to like see specific guides and connect with specific guides. Angels, yes, but not guides. And those are different things. So I would see signs and I would assign them to something else, but I'd see a lot of a certain letter and I'd think, oh, well, that's because of this person or this situation or whatever. When all those things played out in my life, I stopped and I went, huh. And I said, is there a guide whose name starts with that letter? Was that always you that I was attaching to these other situations? And I got a yes.
Wow. Okay, so you said two different things. You said guide and you said angels. What's the differentiation there?
So within the spirit world, and again, all of these are in a way constructs of our minds, but this is the way we understand spirit, and it's the way spirit shows itself to us, because spirit, the universe, the divine, understands we're human beings. So just like we need language, we need these constructs. So that's why we're shown these constructs. But when we get on the other side, it's not like we're going to be like, oh, wait, you're over here and you're over here. But so we have, first of all, our human selves and our higher selves. Then we have those who've crossed over. Those who've crossed over can be with us. They can come through. Oh, there's somebody coming through right now.
No, it's just needy cat.
There might be somebody coming through that cat. I don't know. So they come through. I mean, that was awfully interesting. You watched the video. So they come through and they let us know that they're with us. But people who crossed over are not spirit guides, even though we can say, oh, I know my mother's with me a lot, or I know this friend is with me a lot. There's still someone who's crossed over, who's visiting and with you a lot, who helps you. Then there are spirit guides. Spirit guides are those who have been in human bodies in the past. They have had a lifetime, could have been a long, long time ago, and they have now opted to be a guide. So they have crossed over long ago and they've said, Spirit, I wish to guide humans as a guide. At birth, we all receive or are paired with one very special spirit guide. This is the one who revealed himself to me, through those initials and things, who's been with you the entire time, has just been with you your whole lifetime. So that's your guide when people say, I've discovered my spirit guide. Then in addition to that, we work with angels and archangels and ascended masters. These are spiritual beings who some of them have had lifetimes where they've been incarnated on the planet as far as the ascended masters go. But angels and archangels have never been in the human body.
Interesting. Okay.
Angels and archangels have always been angelic bodies. There's an angel for every area of life. So you can say, I'm struggling with work. I would love for the angel of, jobs and work and career to come in now and help me. Or if you're struggling, if you need some protection, you can call in Archangel Michael because he specializes in protection. So that's helpful to know. then when we connect with spiritual beings like Jesus or the Buddha, these are ascended masters. So they once had a lifetime. They were very spiritual. Now they're an ascended master, and we can call on them for help. So it just sort of is like having tools in your toolbox.
How did all this knowledge come to you?
Well, it came to me through the crisis point of my life where I was in the depths of my anxiety, where I was having panic attacks all the time. And that was the point at which I really called out for help. I was in a place where I felt very alone. I felt very much like I needed help. And I was in that pure energy place that this is the reason that many of us can reach spirit most effectively when we're in crisis, is because that's when we're in the purest energy. We're past all the ego stuff. We're past all the stuff. Our mind is not helping us. So
Yeah.
we're really crying out to the divine, because that mind is always ever the only barrier. So that mind and perception of self, or perception of separateness, I'm a human being and I'm this human being, that's all that's ever separating us from that complete union with spirit. So when we're in crisis, it's like, help me, and then we can really hear it. So it literally for me came in very undeniably spirit ways. Like I passed out, hit my head right here. That was my third eye being broken open, because I went to a psychic a couple days later, and he said, oh, your guides are showing me that they had to literally break your third eye open. And it was like, oh, all right, okay. Yes, but I'm going to say, from my perception, for you, it's been very fast, because, talking to you when we first connected, and then seeing everything that you've built with spirit around that, it's been remarkably fast. It's just what's happening is that the inner critic of the mind comes in and starts judging and comparing. And, that's what it does when it says, well, I need to be able to do this. So basically, your mind is telling you ways that you're not connecting, and pointing out ways that you're not connecting. But actually, that voice is the only thing that's getting. It's sort of like when you're doing in the kitchen or something, and maybe your aunt comes in and is like, that's not how you do it, this, and just moves you out of the way. And it's like, wait, I was doing it. And that's what your mind's doing. A big part of this journey is learning how to embrace our humanness. It's like, yes, we're a spirit living in a human body, but we're also a human who's on a spiritual journey too. So we're both. And that's where I think we get into trouble is, we become spiritual people, and then we're like, okay, now time to get rid of this pesky human stuff that's so annoying, and it gets in my way and it makes me feel bad. But it's not until we really embrace that and go, oh yeah, no, that's part of it too, and I'm never going to get rid of that it really can expand.
So, for anyone who is new to spirit guides, you had said something to me the first time we spoke, way back when, a year ago, um, about the 10 words that people need to ask. And I do that every day and every night. They're really powerful and they're really succinct, but can you again tell people what those are when they're looking for guidance?
Thank you. Yes. And these came directly from spirit, and it is the most powerful tool that spirit's ever shown me. It is, I don't know, please show me, I'm ready, and thank you. I don't know is something we're conditioned, is actually a powerless thing to say, but it's the most powerful thing you can say, because it turns off the mind. It's almost like when you wake up, that mind gets going and starts whirring, and you say, I don't know, and it shuts it off. I don't know, I'm not expected to know. Shuts it off, and that's what allows the guidance. Please show me, I'm ready. That allows everything to come through. And then the gratitude is important to flow with thank you, and I'm receiving it, and I'm grateful.
I had that printed on a canvas. So when I wake up in the morning, I look at it every day just as a reminder. I think it's not complicated. I don't think it's religious dogma. I think it's a very powerful message of surrender and asking for help.
You can be talking to however you connect. You can be talking to your own higher self. You can be talking to your own inner child. You can be talking to, God or any spirit guide you connect with. You're just saying, it's just not my mind. It's my heart, it's my soul, it's my spirit knowing.
Please pick up my book, Mindfulness for People Who Suck at Being Mindful, available on Amazon now. There is a link below. Subscribe to the blog, maximizedlife.com, on YouTube, a Maximized Life, on Instagram, a.maximizedlife, and on Twitter, at DJ Melissa Maxx. 2 X's.